Hi, everybody. We're jumping into 4.6 motivation. Today, we're going to learn all about what motivates us, why we're motivated to do things, why we're not motivated to do certain things, and all the theories and terms behind motivation. Let's jump in here. So, the first thing that motivates us and every living thing on the planet is instinct, just simple biology, simple evolution. We do things in order to survive and thrive. We like to think that humans are different, right? We are special. We're different from all the other animals because we have cultures and learning that other animals don't really have. And we can think in ways, obviously all animals are thinking, right? But we can think in ways that they can't, right? We'll talk about consciousness later and whether or not certain animals are or aren't conscious. But yeah, we're all motivated by instinct, innate fixed patterns of behavior triggered by specific stimuli, driving them to act in predictable ways. Right? Most animals are pretty predictable. I'd argue that we are too, but we are a little special, aren't we? Instincts. Drive reduction theory. Okay, here's a great theory. It says we have a need, like your body lacks something. Maybe you don't have any food or water or sleep, and that creates a drive. That means within our body, there's some kind of tension or arousal, like we need something, right? It forces our body into feeling hungry, right? Our body lacks food, so then our body has a hungry feeling. It's a drive. This motivates us to eat, right? And now the need goes away. Drive reduction theory. We're constantly just trying to reduce our drives to get back to feeling normal. Feeling normal is called homeostasis. So you're not hungry or full. But it's not just about hunger, it's about everything. It's about sleep. It's about basically any other thing you can think of. You got a need, which creates a drive within your body or mind, and then it motivates you to do something so you can return to not wanting anything else. It's homeostasis. It's the balance. Here are some other ways that we can try to maintain homeostasis. This is why we sweat. This is why we sleep. This is why our body shivers. This is why we feel thirsty, etc. It's just to reduce drives to get us back to homeostasis. We have to know two hormones related to eating. Okay, so hormones, you haven't learned yet, are chemicals in your blood released by glands in your body that make you feel and do certain things, right? They make you feel a certain way so that you do a certain thing. Chemicals make you feel things, and in your stomach releases two basic hormones, ghrelin and leptin, right? These are the only two you need to know for this unit. Ghrelin makes you feel hungry. It's a hormone produced uh, when the stomach is empty. So when the stomach is empty, it releases these chemicals that make you feel hungry, and then you eat, and that reduces those chemicals. And then these chemicals, leptin, appear. These are a different type of hormone that makes you feel full, leptin. Most diet drugs today, they increase your leptin so that you just feel full all the time and you don't eat. It tricks your body into thinking it's full. That's how diet drugs work today. They produce leptin. They trick your body into producing leptin. Belongingness. So we're obviously motivated to belong. I mean, it makes a lot of sense from an evolutionary perspective. If you don't fit into the tribe, you're dead. You're not going to survive on your own. And humans learned over time that those with stronger social bonds survived and passed on their genes. Right? If you're alone or isolated, you're probably going to die, and you're certainly not going to reproduce with somebody. So your gene pool has ended. We've evolved as social animals, and we still feel the need to belong. I mean, it's just built in within us. It's pretty hard to be lonely. It seems to be a killer for most people that fall into extreme loneliness. It's on Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's number three, belonging. So we got food, water, shelter, and then belonging. We're very social animals. Arousal theory states that we do things in order to feel good, basically. We have optimal levels of alertness. So when we feel bored, we try to not feel bored. And when we feel too excited, we try not to feel too excited. We try to do something exciting to get out of boredom. And then we're too excited and we try to do something boring to stop being so excited. It's arousal theory. It's just a constant battle between being too excited and too bored. Arousal theory. Yerkes Dodson law. In the education world, this is called flow. Flow, Flow. And this is proposed by a guy named Mikhail Chipmetsky. Don't know how to pronounce his name. You could try to find it. And he says that individuals perform best when they're at an optimal level of arousal. It looks like this. Okay. What he means, what Chemetsky High or whatever his name is, what he means is when we're too bored, we don't perform very well, right? Everything is boring, so we're not aroused. We're not going to perform very well. And when we're too aroused, we're too excited and we don't perform very well. So he said, something shouldn't be too challenging or too boring, and then we'll perform at our best rate. If something's too hard or something's too easy, we don't really like to do it. We like to find a challenge just right for us. And when we find a challenge that's right for us, we are in a flow state. We are optimally aroused, according to Yerkes Dodson. Sensation seeking theory. We do things, we're motivated just to feel things, right? We do things in order to feel something new. That's sensation seeking, right? It's a trait. Some people are bigger sensation seekers than others, but everyone seeks some new sensations from time to time. We're motivated by this feeling, by this seeking of new sensations. So some examples of sensation seeking theory. There's a bunch of different sensations that we seek, right? There's many different sensations that you could seek. To name a few, thrill seeking. You do some skydiving or extreme rock climbing or things like that. It's a thrill. Roller coasters, you get your heart rate pumping, feels good. People like thrills, some more than others. There's adventure seeking. This is like traveling or hiking a mountain, right? Why do we do these things? Like it really makes like it's not really logical to like hike a mountain or travel to another country just to see it. Like it's not logical, but we are motivated to do it because we like the sense of adventure. It feels good. And thrills feel good, even though it's not logical to skydive. It's awesome. Disinhibition. Another thing that's awesome that people like is feeling weird, and they do so in all different types of ways. When you go to the norebang, when you go to the singing room, you might feel a little bit different than you feel inside of a classroom, right? The norms have lessened, you feel a little bit loose. And this is basically the reason why anyone drinks alcohol or does drugs is because they can feel disinhibited. They can feel not normal. All right. Humans like to feel not normal. And humans, every civilization on Earth has come up with a way to use some type of drug or alcohol to feel different. Humans seem to have this need to chase a high or chase the feeling of feeling different. This is disinhibition, and we seem to be motivated by this feeling. Boredom susceptibility. Some people are more bored than others and get bored easier than others. This is just probably won't be on any type of exam. Boredom susceptibility. Incentive theory states that behavior is motivated by the desire for external rewards or incentives, that's the same thing, which can include money, praise, or other tangible benefits. So people work so that they can get money, no other reason. Students learn so that they can go to university, right? You come to SJ so you can go to a better university. Incentive theory. We're not considering any other benefits of any of these things. We're just thinking about the external rewards or incentives. Money, praise, other tangible benefits. Self-determination theory proposes that people are motivated by intrinsic motivations or extrinsic motivations. So obviously people are motivated by both. This is it, self-determination theory. We somehow self-determine what we're going to get motivated by. Is it intrinsic things, my inner feelings, or is it extrinsic, money, praise, other things? Intrinsic motivation means you're motivated from within. Playing the guitar feels good. I'm not playing guitar so that I can get a job playing guitar. I'm not playing guitar so that I can get a lot of girls. I'm playing a guitar because I like it. That's called intrinsic motivation. You do an activity for its own sake. You're not gaining anything for it. You're not getting praise or money or grades. You just like doing this thing. You're intrinsically motivated by it. And intrinsic motivation is more powerful and longer lasting than extrinsic motivation. So if you I'm sure you have something that you're intrinsically motivated by, and that should tell you something about yourself and what you should be doing with your life. We should always find things that we're intrinsically motivated by and not extrinsically motivated by. Obviously, I got to be real and say that most things in life we are extrinsically motivated by, but it's important to have those intrinsic motivations to maintain some level of mental health. Extrinsic motivation, grades, money, or approval from others could be something like that, or praise, or love, or finding a girlfriend or boyfriend just because it's like a reward for you. Weird, but yeah, it happens. Money. I mean, we're all doing this. We're all doing these two things, money and grades. This is our lives, right? But extrinsic motivation does motivate us very well. Intrinsic motivation motivates us and makes us happy. So both are good, both are needed, but it's this balance called self-determination theory that is we're motivated by these two things. Moving on, Lewin's motivational conflicts theory is pretty interesting to me. It describes the psychological struggles individuals face when making decisions, approach or avoid. So we have a difficult decision to make. Let's go back here. We got a difficult decision to make. Which college should I go to? Which CCA should I take? Which sport should I play? There are approach conflicts. This is two good things, and you're approaching them both. Right? I want to go to Italy and I want to go to Spain. Which one should I go to? It's a win-win situation. You're approaching both. It's a difficult choice, but at least it's an approach conflict. Then there's avoidance conflicts where you have two bad things, right? Do you want to do your math homework or your psychology homework first? Ugh, I don't want to do either. This is avoidance conflict, right? Do you want this bad food option or this bad food option? I don't want either. Avoidance conflicts. And of course, you can guess there's a third conflict, which is approach avoidance. You got one good thing, one bad thing, right? An individual is drawn to and repelled by the same option. Oh, sorry, I misspoke. Approach avoidance conflict is there's one option and it has a pro and a con. Okay, so you're going to a great university in the United States, approach, but you're leaving your family and partner and friends behind, avoidance, right? You've got a good thing happen to you, but there are some downsides to it. That is an approach avoidance conflict. That's it. Thank you for listening. We'll hit this in class, and I hope you learned something about motivation. Have a wonderful day. See you soon.